Have you ever felt that deep, persistent tiredness that a weekend just can't seem to fix? Yeah, you're not alone. It's this global phenomenon. And in this explainer, we're going to dig into why the solutions most companies are offering, well, they might actually be making the problem worse.
And listen, this isn't just about needing more coffee. We're talking about something way deeper, a bone-deep structural exhaustion that's literally baked into the way we work. It's a feeling that has somehow become the new normal for way too many of us.
And hey, to be fair, companies have noticed. They see the problem, they hear people talking, and they are responding. They're rolling out all sorts of programs and perks designed to help. But that leads to the big question, right? Is any of it actually working?
And get this, the scale of this response is massive, a huge investment. We're talking 9 out of every 10 organizations now offer some kind of wellness program. That means meditation apps, yoga sessions, resilience workshops, you name it. The effort on the surface is definitely there. Which brings us to the million-dollar question. If pretty much every company is throwing money and resources at wellness, why are we all still so incredibly burned out? This is the paradox we really need to get our heads around.
Well, turns out the answer is pretty simple. We're solving the wrong problem. The whole approach is based on this idea you could call the illusion of individualized repair. And honestly, it's a huge misunderstanding of what burnout really is.
Okay, so here is the fundamental disconnect. Companies are all focused on individual remediation, treating the symptoms. They give you a meditation app to manage your stress. But the real problem is systemic. It's the crazy workload, the toxic culture, the very structure of the work that's causing the stress. It's kind of like handing you a tiny bucket to bail out a boat that has a giant hole on the bottom. You're going to be busy, but you're still going to sink.
And this is the real kicker. It's the unspoken message behind all these perks. When a company gives you a tool to help you cope, what they're really saying, without saying it, is, hey, the system is fine. The problem is you. You just aren't resilient enough to handle it. And just like that, a massive systemic failure gets dumped right back onto your shoulders. This unspoken message kicks off this really dangerous and totally counterproductive loop we call the burnout blame cycle. This is the mechanism that explains how these well-intentioned programs can completely backfire and make people feel even worse.
So what is it? The burnout blame cycle is this vicious loop where you, the employee, use the tools you're given, but you're still exhausted. So you start to think, what's wrong with me? Why isn't this working for me? You start to take a structural problem and see it as your own personal failing.
Let's just walk through it. Step 1. The unsustainable workload or culture creates burnout. Step 2. The company offers you a yoga class. Step 3. You're still burned out because, let's face it, a yoga class can't fix an 80-hour work week. And then step 4, the most damaging part, you conclude that you must be the one who's broken.
All right, so if you aren't the problem, what is? Let's pivot and look at the actual, documented, systematic drivers of burnout, because this is where the real answer is hiding. And I'll just say it again. It is not you, it's the system.
Think about this for a second. Burnout is not a character flaw. It's not a sign of weakness. It is a predictable, measurable outcome of specific structural problems inside a workplace. It's an issue with the environment, not the person.
And here are those problems. The research is crystal clear on this. The main drivers are things like impossible workloads, having zero control over your own schedule, a sense of unfairness, feeling totally disconnected from the company's values, and not having a supportive community at work. No meditation app on earth is going to fix any of that.
Okay, so we've laid out the problem and its real causes. So now, let's talk about the solution. What is the true antidote to this great exhaustion? And as you can probably guess, it goes way, way beyond a simple breathing app. The real fix, it isn't easy, and it certainly isn't cheap. It requires genuine organizational courage. It means leaders have to be willing to stop just throwing another app at the problem and start doing the really hard work of changing how work itself works. So what does that actually look like in practice? Well, it means shifting from treating burnout to actually preventing it. It means doing serious audits of workloads. Are they even reasonable? It means clearly defining roles, cutting out pointless busy work, and, this is a big one, shifting the focus from just maximizing output to building sustainable capacity in your people. This right here, this is the fundamental shift in thinking that has to happen. Leaders need to stop asking, how can we help our employees cope with all this stress? And they need to start asking, wait a minute,
Why is our system creating all this stress in the first place? Why is the work structured this way? It's a complete shift from fixing the person to fixing the environment.
And this reframes everything, doesn't it? An employee's exhaustion isn't their personal problem to solve. It's a data point. It's the warning light on the dashboard of the entire organization, telling you the engine is overheating and something in the system is about to break.
So at the end of the day, we have to look past the easy, surface-level solutions. The next time you see a new wellness initiative, just ask yourself this one simple but really powerful question. Is this about treating the symptom, or is this a real attempt to fix the engine? The answer to that tells you everything you need to know.